feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, you don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, you don't want. Yeah, call us dangerous, ain't too many can play with us. See where this game here taking us, no barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much, actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard from your mom to your pop to the beat to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curb, like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and a diamond dancer. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like, yeah. In the feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, what? In the feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah. In the feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, yeah. In the feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah.
On a warm late summer afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Buffalo Bills. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Time. The mic. 41's the mic. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Here's Le'Veon Bell's first carry as a New York Jet, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
11 yards there, first down. Bell, of course, three-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. On first down, Darnold. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. DJ Chark, 65 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. This is the third-round pick out of FAU, Devin Singletary. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. DJ Chark with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Jets will extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Bills take over
Let's go,
first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script play.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The sack by Jordan Willis.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Allen. And he finds Tyler Croft. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is brought in at the 21. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
This is Bell. And an alley to run. It's a big run that time by Bell. And even 50 yards.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back, but now I've got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
And this is going to be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. Now a man closing in on 15,000 career rush yards, Frank Gore. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
At the 17-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 16 yards. First down. A first update now from Cleveland, and it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Well, this Week 1 matchup pitting a couple Empire State rivals, no strangers to each other. They were both original members of the AFL, the American Football League, way back in 1960 to 1969. It's been a close series. Bills lead it all time, 62-55. And, of course, both of these franchises really feel like they have their quarterbacks of the future in Josh Allen and Sam Darnold.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing.
Come on, Phillips. First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, first and 10. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up. Looking to throw on second down. Allen. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlinesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the gun, it's Allen. Flush to his right. Oh, he's going to go for it all, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
6 yards to go.
Darnold from the gun. The open man is sharp. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
First down. First and 10 at the 47.
Check 41.
Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. The shotgun snap for Darnold. It's caught inside the 25. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 20-yard line. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
X3, 218, jump. Hey, box truck.
On 2nd down and 4. Darnold. His throw caught right around the 6.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
He's coming. Double up.
Now Bell. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. Accelerating, and off he goes. The 40, 20, 10, 5, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. On 1st down, Singletary. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. It's Steve McClendon that time who winds up getting him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Allen. And that's complete to Croft. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7.
In your face.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary with his first career touchdown in his first career game, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Hauschka with the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Jets take over.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep...
And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
First down. First and 10.
Watch twitch. Watch twitch.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
36.
To the air again, Darnold. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space...
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Bucky Hodges as the first half is winding down. And the Jets have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. He spins free. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 37. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. From the 31, Allen. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. unable to find anyone open.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Throwing now is Allen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
After the interception, here's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Hey, Delta.
Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 30. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Hard throw, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Goes underneath for Bell. Bell 1st down and then some. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Jets will extend their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Leonard Williams showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. To the air, Allen. Over the middle here to Brown. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. Allen now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw, it's Allen. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. And that's caught by Beasley. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 24-yard line. Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Allen's throw is complete. The end result, 21 yards.
Here we go. Here we go.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. This Jet defense so far standing tall. They need another stop now, 3rd and goal. Here's Singletary. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut as his guys are back within a single score. Allen going to throw. Allen hit. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 2nd and 9, Darnold. Caught here by Bell. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch the safety creep.
Darnold now to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen will try and set up the screen. It's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. From the gun, Allen. He gets it to Brown. Complete. With a quick slant, good for 8 and a 1st.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3 and out. They're going to be stopped up on this 1st down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Throwing on 2nd down, Allen. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Here's Allen to throw it. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 27. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play here for Buffalo. 47 yards. On 1st down, Allen. And Beasley with it over the middle. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2 minutes.
That'll be taken in by Beasley. Touchdown, Buffalo. 10 yards on the touchdown pass as his guys are back within a single score. Hauschka adds the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Bills 30.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Man, if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
36 yards on the play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Now on 2nd and 13. Darnold. Give him 8 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
Ficken's kick is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Frank Gore there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. He'll look to throw. They'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now Allen. Man open left side is Brown. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Allen to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. His throw caught at about the 5. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught on the final play, a touchdown. How about that? And a 2-point conversion now will send us to overtime.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
Back to throw. Allen sliding out of the pocket. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football,
Yeah.
where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you.
So for the Jets, a win's a win as they eke out the 2-point victory to take the season opener. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys than a Shawshank. I don't wear ball mains. All I ever do is ball main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched, and I better get set in. Finish them. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum, all. In the end result, I'm better killing them all. Rogue One, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a thing with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. With state prop, you looking bleak now. I was home to sleep, designer sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak, they listen. Couldn't find it, so she fishing. Who the crew? It wasn't you. I know it's true, cause you look like the opposition. Run it up. Greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating.
Time to bring the bass bird. Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Ay, I know we the ones that ain't them. Put both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates, how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver. But I'm still a hot boy, cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People at the bank see me often. Let the money run, it's a faucet. She gave me the that's a boss is. Took over the game, now we all in. I was down in the chips, then went all in. Throwing up the game, ain't no vomit. Make my mama stop working, that's the promise. Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm P-P-P-Lo, time to bring the bass bird.
We are just across the Allegheny River from downtown Pittsburgh at rain-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Set. 70. Indy. Hey, alert 3.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. Second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Rudolph. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no yardage.
Okay.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson rolling to his right. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
They had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. First carry for James Conner. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here we go. 30 base. 40's mine. 40's mine. Here we go. Ready.
Rudolph on 3rd down. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Ingram's got the first down and more. That good for 19 and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Come on, set. Check 55. Come on.
They go play action here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And maybe shades in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Here's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Andrews, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The Steelers take over first and 10.
Let's go!
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Running, it's Drake. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Set, hut, and read. Right there. 40's Mike. Here it comes. Here it comes.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And avoids the contact by sliding. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. On first down, Drake. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Amara Darboh, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Cut.
From the gun, it's Drake. And he is going to lose yardage here. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. Play action. It's Rudolph. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. To throw is Jackson. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides.
Ingram churning. He lost the football. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson. 12 yards there and a first down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson eluding the pressure right. He's got his man. It's Andrews.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Turner. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Rudolph. And he connects with Vance McDonald. A gain there of 21 yards.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Jimmy Smith, the one who brought him down. A 3-yard pickup.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Get him, boys! Get him, boys!
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington. His first touchdown here of the new campaign as they are now on the board here in the first half. Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 to score as they begin 1st and 10. A first down run not going to get them a whole lot, maybe a yard. And it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. No chance at all.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
off the hook and you don't really want none. But if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. Come on. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard, my team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, I get it. Come on. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. Your team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take.
We are just across the Allegheny River from downtown Pittsburgh at rain-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
He'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Throwing is Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. He's got it to Ingram, complete. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Ready? 8, read. Go, go, go. Kill. Ready.
They'll run for the first time with James Conner. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a good shot.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
2nd and 5 now. Rudolph. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Used to have a coach used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use on paper, guys. Well, nowadays, you know, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
And he finds McDonald. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
60 or
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Rudolph on first down. And he's got it. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his first touchdown of the new season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
This is Ingram on first and 10. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. He's got the first down and more past midfield. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Now it's Jackson, buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. It was Mike Hilton up to make the tackle.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushed him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 24-yard line.
Right there, 54 Mike.
They'll run on first down. It's Ingram. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Here's Jackson to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Jackson from the shotgun, dancing to his left.
to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
He gets it left side to Johnson. Fighting his way through contact. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A handoff out of the pistol. It's Drake. And some room to maneuver. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Kenyon Drake, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get...
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the 1st half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I'm
in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you, because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Jordan Berry now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. He got 29 yards that time.
So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know they're going to be extra guys.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a pass is taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down. They'll fake it. Now Rudolph. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here comes a first down throw from Rudolph. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in-route accompanying it, what people call it.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. This pass into the arms of Snead. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Throwing on second down. Jackson escaping the pressure right. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. And now Jackson will look to throw it, being chased out left. That's going to be caught. 23 yards the pickup there. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is 3rd and goal. He'll buy some time right. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14.
Steelers 14. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Steelers take over at their own 25-yard line. The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Flush to his right. Complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he's able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
On 1st and 10, Rudolph. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Intended for Kenyon Drake. Incomplete.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Hey, box truck.
Here's Rudolph off play action. Flushed out right. That is caught inside the 5. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Now a play fake, and it's Rudolph. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And now this throw complete to Washington. He'll have a first down past the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half. Incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target. Now Drake loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. This one complete, right side to McDonald. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 33. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Back to the air, Rudolph. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Tim Williams charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Rudolph. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 21.
I'm coming.
On first down, it's Samuels. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rudolph. His throw caught right around the 6. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Ready? 70, Indy. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up.
They'll run here with Connor. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone. From the gun, here's Rudolph. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
They'll come out in the pistol. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. That is caught at the 7. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. They'll run here with Ingram. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Ingram.
with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Steelers 14. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at the 3.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard, and while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get it behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Ready. 60 yards. Hey, echo. On the ball.
Out of the gun, Rudolph. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. Steps away to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Rudolph going to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's got his man. It's Darbo. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Rudolph now to throw. Throw left side taken in by Washington. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Rudolph looking to throw it. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This one fielded at the 5. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. This is Ingram. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Ingram. He'll get 3 up to midfield. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
23 yards the pickup there. On first down, it's Turner, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
He wants it all for the... And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. Stays on his feet. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now Hill. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Steelers' 44-yard line.
Check 9. Tight dog.
They run it again with Hill. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
It's now 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You ain't going nowhere.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Throw left side complete. It's Andrews. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. A gutsy decision there going for it on 4th, but they got it, and that likely puts an end to this one.
Indeed, it was gutsy because there's so many other options they probably could have exercised in that situation, but they bet on themselves, and it paid off.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And his kick here is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, you know, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win 7 at home and split our road games. That's what you're trying to get done. So you're exactly right. A road win, precious, especially within the division.
So for Baltimore, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. And I gotta win no matter what, like 4th down, Hail Mary, no punch. Like every time I touch down, I gotta stunt. Randy Moss, yeah, my numbers going up. All these trophies, what do I need any more for? Check the stats up, you can check the scoreboard. Check the stats, Jay Critch, I'm the... You look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. If you ain't a winner, then don't come round. On my way to another city, it's a touchdown. Underlay, yeah, I gotta get it in a rush now. Let them hate, try to knock me down, but we got up now. You said that you ballin', keep it real though. Hey, why never so.
First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with Andrew Luck and the Indianapolis Colts. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 65 yards, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. The very first play from scrimmage, how about that? And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Zach Line, his second touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Luck and the Colts come up now first and 10 at their 25-yard line. This is Marlon Mack, third-year running back. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Back to throw, Luck. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Got an open man. That's Campbell. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Luck gives this one off to Mack. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Luck. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 26.
First down, Indianapolis.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They run with Hines. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual-type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Hines. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Craig Robertson in on the stop.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Now Luck. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Hines. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
Hilton, the lone receiver right. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now Luck. And he's got his tight end. That's Ebron, and it's a Colt touchdown. Eric Ebron, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts have taken the lead. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you had a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now Breeze. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Touchdown, Indianapolis. 72 yards on the punt return. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score, Colts 21, Saints 7.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. Ted Ginn's gonna go. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn, 77 yards. And the Saints get a bit closer. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Right there, 56.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Luck. Forced out to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the 1st.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
On 1st down, Luck. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Breeze now. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And he will bring it back. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Ready.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
You remember me? Let's go.
Now Breeze to try again after the pick six. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
You're good, you're good. High 4, ready. Hey, high 7.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
58 to Mike. 50. Sammy.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Throwing on second and 14. Breeze. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Justin Houston, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Thomas Morstead now. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown.
The Colts take over first and 10.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Their own 34-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. From the 38, Luck looking deep for Hilton. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And a rout is on here in this first half. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Kenny Moore. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Locke. That ball is caught. It's Doyle. Touchdown Colts. Jack Doyle, his 4th touchdown on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Now Breeze. Buying time to his left. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Matthias Farley. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Here's Locke. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Trey Hendrickson. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. This is Hines. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. On second down, here's a run with Mack. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. From the 22, Breeze. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And Gaines got it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun now for Breeze. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Right here, right here.
21. 4 down.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 36. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there at 22.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Danico Autry, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Kill. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Smooth. You
on play action. Now Breeze. He's got daylight. The 40. He's at the 30. The 20. 10. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
The Saints take over. Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Again, it's Murray. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed he did not. They stop him. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Luck now to throw. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. A.J. Klein, he's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Back now here live in New Orleans. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Check 26, check.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
You can't block me.
They run again with Hines, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Vinatieri now on to try the field goal for the Colts. It'll be a 47-yard attempt. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. Well, one of the few things that's gone right for them. Likely a little too late, but maybe a little feather in their cap.
I think so, and to me, they played that play without looking at the scoreboard, without worrying about where they were in the score, because things haven't gone right, as you noted, for them much of this game, but they gave great effort there and picked up a defense that's had its share of troubles in this one.
Breeze now on first down. Dancing to his left. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Breeze. And Cook has it, left side. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Jared Cook, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints able to get this back to within at least some measure of respectability. Lutz good on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Well, they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. Bree's going to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Breeze. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jaquiz Rodgers. His first touchdown on the year. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down to 28.
Makes the score Colts 56, Saints 28.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming.
Now it's Locke. Keeps himself up. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Ginn. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10. Breeze now on first down. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now Breeze. And he finds Cook.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles and really scatter some people, can't they?
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Jared Cook with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Lutz with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get into that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Mack. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's Lott. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And the pressure gets to him again. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Indianapolis, they get back to 500 now as the win moves them to 7-7. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.